Hi everybody, I'm going to give you a quick overview of what our virtual art classroom looks like this semester. So hopefully you're a little familiar with Canvas at this point. When you click on my Canvas homepage in your dashboard, this is what you will find. This is your starting point. If you happen to be absent or even if you're in class, this is where you find out what we're doing, what you should be working on. In fact, it tells you what you need to know. And it will explain what module we are currently working on. You'll find the button that links to that module down here. It'll also just take you generally to this modules tab. Both areas will get you there. So it tells you what you're working on, when the assignment or assignments are due for that module. Most modules only have one assignment where you do the project and then you turn it in. If you finish early, it'll give you some pointers on what you can work on there. So this one says if you finish early, begin work on quarter one journal prompts, which is module 2 right here. Here's a suggested schedule, so that way you can kind of pace yourself. Some of you work a little faster and a little slower, and that's fine. The due dates stay the same, but this is to help you pace yourself so you can kind of gauge, are you behind, are you ahead? Down here is some basic information about our classroom. Interesting to you is probably our social media information here. So if you're trying to remember what our handle is, there it is. So on the left, you will see announcements. I have already made one announcement so far. I only use this feature to bring things to your attention. So I know some of you are used to always checking the announcements daily for all of your classes. Daily for art, really what you want to go to is the homepage. The announcements part is really just to bring something to your attention. So for instance, I put the list of supplies you need for art in an announcement yesterday. Okay, so that's the basic overview. Let's look at a module. Module 1 is a little bit more detailed than what a lot of our other modules look like. I'm going to see if my computer is going to let you see my last class here. Yes. So this is what my homepage looked like at the end of last quarter. You can see there's a lot more buttons. And let me click on one of these guys. So typically, just taking me right back here. Typically, the modules look like this, where there's one section for the instructions where you find all the videos, and then there's the indented part that says submission. That is where you submit your work. That's the assignment. You can tell it's the assignment because it has a point value underneath, and it often has a due date underneath. So the instructions, watch those first, then do the assignment. So module 1, I'm going to go back over here so it looks like yours. Module 1, we have some instructions for you to watch. That's the slides presentation that we've been going through this week. So if you were absent, you could follow right along at home and watch the exact same stuff that we're watching in class. In fact, after this module, we're pretty much going to let you start watching the videos on your own at your own pace. That's why it's really important for you to bring your headphones to class. I also want to point out that when we post these presentations with all the instructions, we also post an external link to the same slideshow. Sometimes a little bit more user-friendly to go through the slides on there. I know Canvas can get a little fickle sometimes when you're trying to flip through the slides on there, and it doesn't really like to advance all the time, especially when there's videos and stuff involved. So, although this isn't a really good example because it's taking forever to load the slides presentation. But normally, this is a really reliable way to watch your instructions and to go through the presentation and follow the steps of whatever project you're working on. Okay, so let me head back here to my homepage. And as long as it's going to follow along with me, I'm going to head over. See, this is what it looks like to me. It's a little different to you. So I'm going to click on student view so you can see what it looks like for you. So your view only has these 4 little tabbies on the left. The announcements, which I talked about. Grades is a good place to go check and make sure that you have turned everything in. And then there's your list of modules. So these are the only things you have to be concerned about. Start at the home page, check your announcements, and as always, send me a message on either Canvas or in Gmail if you have any questions.